Marvel Cinematic Universe is entering into Phase 4 under the leadership of Kevin Feige. But unlike before, they are very secretive about their long-term plans. Back in 2014, they actually told the plan for the next 5 years in an interview. Since studios need to book the release dates in advance, we do know what all the movies are coming up in 2023, though we don't know what is going to be in them. We also do not know if all of this will be Phase 4, or will it also have part of Phase 5. But one thing is certain, with Marvel Studios now taking TV shows for Disney Plus streaming services, movies alone won't complete Phase 4. TV shows will also be in sync and influence with the narrative of the movies. Now, the movies that are confirmed to be released in the next 2 years are Black Widow, coming May 1st, 2020. Eternals, that is coming out on November 6, 2020. Followed by Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings on February 12, 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on May 7, 2021. Then Spider-Man, Homecoming 3 on July 16, 2021. Followed by Thor, Love and Thunder on November 5, 2021. And finally, Black Panther 2 on May 6, 2022. With this, Marvel is actually hitting 4 movies per year mark, and it leaves us with 7 mysterious movies of Marvel that will be releasing in 2022 and 2023. So here are our predictions on how these will turn out and complete the Marvel Phase 4 slate. First up is Deadpool 3. That might be out on February 2022. Now that Disney has acquired Fox, it is only a matter of time that X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and our beloved Deadpool make their MCU debut. While Marvel is planning to completely reboot X-Men and Fantastic Four, they have made an exception for Deadpool. I mean, why wouldn't they? It is a rated R brilliance designed for success. Even Ryan Reynolds has hinted that he might be meeting up with Marvel. So there may be good news very soon on this. According to news, Deadpool will continue to be the R-rated madness that it is, and in a low budget like Joker. If that is the case, then there's plenty of time for them to get it done for a foolproof February release. Next is Ant-Man 3, which is expected to be out in July 2022. Director Peyton Reed is back, and they have planned to go ahead with Ant-Man 3 from January 2021. That makes the most plausible time of release as of July 22nd. Marvel likes to keep the same window for a franchise. The first Ant-Man film released in July 2015, followed by its sequel in July 2018. Both have been successful enough for Marvel to give the thumbs up for the third film. It is very unlikely for them to switch things up. I wouldn't want to jinx things like that either. Hopefully, we will get to know more details about this soon. All this time-traveling thing in Endgame has only made us more curious about what will the future of Ant-Man be, the most ordinary superhero of the MCU. The next will probably be Fantastic Four, and our prediction is that it will come out October 2022. Fantastic Four is actually known as the Marvel's first family, and it's more chance to be rebooted before the X-Men, as it can easily fit into the MCU. The last movie of the franchise came out in 2015 and was a huge disappointment. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, it's quite hard to appreciate Josh Trank's strange mismatched body horror flick, but we believe enough time has passed for the fans to forgive, and hopefully forget this mishap. And do you remember the post-credit scene in Spider-Man Far From Home where they show humans coordinating with shape-shifting Skrulls on some project in space? Maybe 4 people among those in that product could be exposed to cosmic rays? Do you see where I'm going with this? Blade is another project in line. We expect it to be out February 2023. Even though Marvel regained the rights to Blade franchise way back in 2012, they never went ahead with it. But all this has changed when Mahershala Ali, after his Academy Award win, decided to give a call to Marvel Studios, asking to play the part. Kevin Feige couldn't refuse such an idea, where he can book a high-profile actor for a lead role. This will probably make it a movie of priority, and there have been speculations that Blade could be another R-rated movie. With Deadpool on the row, it would make sense if they could give it 1 year window to release another film matured content. That means we could expect it by February 2023. The next on the list will be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is predicted to be released in May 2023. This was actually meant to be in the beginning of Phase 4, but just got pushed for later due to an issue in social media, which resulted in Disney firing the writer-director James Gunn. They rehired him later, but in the meanwhile, he had already shaken hands with Warner Brothers to write and direct The Suicide Squad. Since that film will be out on August 2021, and there is a promotion works and all, James Gunn's schedule is packed. Sadly for us, this means our beloved Groot and the other Guardians cannot return anytime before 2023. And it's more likely to come out in May because of the window thing we already discussed. We are disappointed with this delay, and we blame Disney and James Gunn for this. Next could be a July 2023 release of Captain Marvel 2. There's no solid news about Captain Marvel 2. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, herself doesn't seem to know much. But we do know it's coming because of Kevin Feige itself. He said so. The first film busted the Hollywood myth that people don't want to see female superheroes, as it grossed over $1 billion at the box office. We do not have any idea how Captain Marvel 2 will fit in Phase 4 slate, but it is possible that Marvel will go for a summer release for this movie. Also, this film will have the connections to a TV series, as Marvel has already confirmed that they are working on a Mrs. Marvel series for the Disney+. And that is going to be centered on a young Pakistani-American teenager, Kamala Khan, who gets inspired by Carl Danvers. So we can actually expect them to cross paths. And finally, for November 2023, the MCU debut of X-Men. Since Marvel is going to completely reboot the franchise, they got to be very careful to make sure that they stand ahead of the comparison with Fox's version of it. I really don't know how they're going to do it, but it definitely is going to take time. Hence, November 2023 prediction. They have a lot of work ahead of them, like how are they going to replace the popular characters like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Jay McAvoy's Charles Xavier, and Michael Fassbender's Magneto. Those are legendary, and fans are not going to take it lightly if they screw it up. Besides, mutants do not really line up with the MCU setup. It's going to take a lot of thinking, but Kevin Feige, speaking at SDCC 2019, told them that there's no time left to talk about mutants and how mutants fit into the MCU, indicating that Marvel might already have figured out how they are going to go about this. Although this is the one I'm most skeptical of the outcome. And that will be all for the Marvel movies that are expected to be out in 2023. What do you think of these predictions? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe for more awesome content from Animated Times.